Hey everyone, welcome back to our annual video here on my MMO slash other stuff channel. I do one of these videos every year, this time in June, making it 6 months of videos. I've done the first, I think, 6 months of videos on this. So that's kind of neat. Didn't intentionally do that in the beginning, but now I'm kind of wanting to make sure I cover months that I haven't done so far. For whatever reason, so I guess next year is probably going to be July. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about stuff that we've done for the past year or so. We finished up, after the longest time, we finally finished up the Rift expansion playlist. That's pretty much done. I'm going to be doing a Rift Guardian playthrough, and just doing the original storyline, and not anything in regards to expansions there, because there's no real point. But I always kind of wanted to go back to Rift, the base game, and see how it does, because when I originally started that, way back in the day, like 10 years ago, I had a really crappy computer, all things considered. So I am kind of happy to be able to go back and take a look at Rift's main, more serious baseline story going on. Like, after Storm Legion, the expansion did get kind of silly, all things considered. But beyond that, we also finished up another Destiny expansion. We did do Lightfall, and it was okay. I didn't have really any strong particular feelings for it one way or another. But we'll definitely be continuing on with the Destiny stuff. I've been doing seasons every season that comes by I've done so far since I've started doing seasons. And as far as, let's see what else we got here. Nostalgia, that's still on hiatus. The only reason I haven't dropped it completely is the fact that I could potentially go and do it single player and potentially come back to it one day, but I haven't in years. It's still just going to be on hiatus. It's the only one on my playlist that's labeled hiatus at the moment. Hiatus. However you pronounce it. But yeah, we still have Elder Scrolls Online going through. We went through Clockwork City. That was the last thing in particular, and then we also started on some of the Dominion playthrough as well. So I've been through one tiny zone on the Dominion playthrough, and I'm also about to go through Eridon, which is the first proper zone of that area, just because it's part of Somerset Isles technically. And then after Eridon is done, I'm going to head to the Somerset expansion proper. Guild Wars 2, I have no idea if I'm going to start up on it anytime soon, to be honest. I did 6 videos of it years ago, and I just haven't really had much of a particular interest in going back to it. But I think I probably will, eventually. Tower Unite and Trove, I usually combine these two together, but to be honest, I actually deleted my Trove playlist not too long before making this video, as I just decided that I'm not going to really be doing anything with Trove anymore, and it was really kind of like weird segments of videos just over time that really didn't have any good placement. And I don't really have that issue of Tower Unite, because Tower Unite's not that kind of game where the time pass really matters. So I'm going to keep Tower Unite, probably still do a video here and there of it, whenever I decide to. So Tower Unite, nothing's going to happen with that, but Trove ended up going because I just didn't have any interest in Trove anymore, and I was not probably going to go back to it. And Final Fantasy XIV, I'm actually doing the Black Mage playthrough. About to finish it probably tonight as I'm doing this. So that's going to show up this month for sure. June, I'm going to have at least 15 videos to put out, I think. Because I've kind of been lacking on videos in general, I've noticed, and this year in general. In general, all my channels, I haven't been doing videos super hard on. I'm not forcing myself to go and do certain amounts of videos for every channel like I used to. But I'm still pretty active on this one, all things considered. Aura Kingdom, I finished up that in the last year. I went as far as I wanted to, which was beating the Black Knight, I think it was, or Dark Knight or whatever. And then I actually finished that just in time for them to drop, I think they ended Area Games entirely, and so Aura Kingdom actually ended up going back to, I think, their previous original publisher or developer or whatever, but I didn't have any interest in going and trying to transfer my account or anything like that, so that's finished as far as I'm concerned. 72 videos. It was a good run. I actually did like the game quite a bit, but there was bits of it that I just didn't quite understand in regards to the Elodons or whatever they were called. But pretty decent little game. Warframe, I want to get back into Warframe. I've been not really doing much with it lately, but I have been thinking about going back to it. I might have probably people help me out on it, to be honest, because I don't think I can mod things right for it to be particularly great for my characters or something like that. I've been having a lot of issues with that. But Eldevin's going to continue. I have no issues with continuing Eldevin. It's actually been a pretty fun game, all things considered. I'm like in the 40 plus content at this point, so I actually don't have a huge amount of stuff to still do here. I think I'm like, at the moment that I'm doing this video, I'm like in level 42, 43 areas. And I'm actually almost at max level, which I think is 49. So I'm probably going to end up hitting a wall there with, by the time I get to like 48, 49 content, but we'll see when we get there. So far, I've done like a lot of the stuff it's asked me to do. The only things I really haven't been able to do is stuff in regards to crafting, so I have to sit there and grind out crafting, and if the like bosses that they sometimes have for quests are like absolutely horrendously difficult to do on your own or something like that, I have been having issues with that. But yeah, what else do we got here? I'm just kind of like going through stuff here, and but I think the only other stuff I have to particularly talk about is maybe the stuff I started last year. I started playthroughs of Terraria, Sea of Thieves, and Endless Online, and I kind of did like at least about 9 or 10 videos on average for each of them, and then I just kind of stopped. Didn't mean to do that. I am going to go ahead and go back to it. Because I do like these three. I did pick these out in particular for a reason. And as far as things go, like, it's not too bad the fact that I stopped on Terraria or Endless Online, because neither of them are, like, going to be getting updated super quickly or anything like that. But I kind of dropped the ball with Sea of Thieves a bit, because they do have seasonal content. But I'll probably end up going back to these three here by the end of this year, I'm pretty sure. But I did say last year that I was actually going to do 4, but I ended up doing only 3 new playthroughs. So it is possible that I might add 1 more this year. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be yet. I honestly don't, because I haven't particularly put much thought into it. Like, I thought maybe in World of Warcraft, but if I did that, it would have to be like a non-commentary one, I think. I don't think I'm going to put in a huge game like that and try and do commentary on top of it. I've already been kind of having that issue with Final Fantasy XIV, where it's kind of like I have people that want to play it with me, but I also have to try and do commentary at certain points where I have nothing else going on in the house. But yeah, it's speaking of that, I'm actually doing, I think, pretty much Final Fantasy XIV footage over top of this, which I was surprised I haven't actually done anything with as far as these videos go so far. But yeah, I think that's just about it. Not seeing anything else in particular that I think I have to talk about. It was kind of a... Besides finishing up Ore Kingdom and the Rift expansions, I don't think I did too huge of a bunch of stuff here this last year. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I did actually unlock a community post, which I've did a couple. I don't know what the whole thing with YouTube depreciating 480p was about, but none of my videos have 480p anymore, which I admit kind of sucks, but whatever. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully be just kind of going... I don't have too much going on for this coming year, I don't think. I might have 1 new playthrough, but everything else is just going to be holding the bolt stable, I guess. Like, the only thing I might, if I actually felt like doing it, is maybe go back and try and do some stuff with, like, Secret World Legends, maybe. But I think I'd only maybe do the last bit that they furthered out in the game, because I don't think it's getting any more updates. So if I wanted to do that, I could. Or I could do a playthrough of Secret World Legends. but I don't know if it's worth it or not, to be perfectly honest. I heard Legends wasn't that particularly good compared to the Secret World, but yeah, in any case, that was our yearly review here, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the content, and like I said, I'm going to try and do the stuff I've already been doing. I don't want to try and add like a huge bunch of new things this year. And maybe by the time I do this next video next year, I might actually have L-Devon done by then. I'm not quite sure, but it's possible. In any case, you guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying this content, and I thank everybody that watches these videos. And I will see you guys next year, so see you then.